Hello, my name is Danguole, and today I would like to speak about spiritual awakening and the dangers of spiritual awakening. Is there any danger or is it not? So, what I wanted to start is talking about the thing which is called spiritual ego. And I saw a lot of people, especially in like pick a card and tarot community, and also like twin flames gurus, as they call themselves, like people who help other people to get in full union with your twin flame. And I'm not saying anything against those people, but what I feel is that most of them, if not all of them, have some kind of spiritual ego. And what I mean by spiritual ego is like some subtle thinking of the mind that you are the one who heals other people, you're the one who helps them awaken, who helps humanity, and all of those like good intentions that it's very like attractive to the mind. And I'm not saying that I already transcend those things, but I'm really trying to be aware of my spiritual ego, because in my experience, I have many like negative experience in regards of spiritual awakening. And what happened to me is that 4 years ago, when I was attending through this master, like I don't know, like spiritual teacher or mentor, I was meditating. And when I started to fully like go deep into the meditation state, and I was not in a good place at my life, like I just was very not grounded, and I didn't know what grounded was. And at that time of my life, I just was very confused, and like all the negative things started happening. And so I was meditating with this spiritual teacher, and what I felt is like full light was just popping into my body, and just like I was it was a scary, like it was positive experience, but then my fears started to come up, and it was so scary that I was totally off like this reality. And it took me like 3 days to recover, if not longer. And I was like full in psychosis episode. I didn't know, like yeah, I had one episode before, but that was like triggering. It was triggered by spiritual practice, as you call meditation. And and from that time I was like, okay, so I have to get back into practical things and just try to do daily routine. And what I knew about myself from that experience is that I have some kind of like big attraction to spirituality and like esoteric field, esoteric like concepts. And it could go against me, because if I go like full, like if I like dive deep into those things, I could get absorbed and not fully present. And spiritual awakening is actually all about presence and being present and being like here and now. And you don't have to know anything. You don't have to know about angels, about demons, about like meditation. You don't have to know. But if you're fully present and fully aware, you could be considered as like spiritual, like awakened being. from that point of my life, I realized, okay, I no longer so much interested in spirituality. I'm interested in happiness and just finding the happiness and finding how can I be happy. And so I think this is the most important thing. How to be happy is by being fully present. So I'm really not into it, like looking for third eye opening or those things. Like, for example, you can find on YouTube and other channels like a lot of like how to open your third eye, how to develop your psychic abilities, how to do that, how to do, and it all comes from the same place, from your ego, because you are doing that not in alignment of your higher, like but I'm not saying that all of them is like coming from ego, but most of those wishes and desires to like fully open your third eye, or just talking with spirits, knowing the future, and like everything, like most of them are coming from your ego and from like the so-called spiritual ego, when you want to get something but not surrendering. And like the point I am making is, if you want something and you really, really, really want this, you have to sacrifice your misconceptions, and you have to sacrifice your false beliefs and your fears, and you have to like fully go deep into your own self and discover your own truth. And what I mean your own is like personal truth. What are your fears, what are your desires, what are your like false beliefs, what are your wishes, what are your like everything. And when you know your personal truth, you are able to know the divine truth. So it could happen like both ways. I'm not saying like you should find your own truth. Yeah, but it helps to open up, and it helps to dissolve those concepts and that conditioning that we all have. So yeah, so I don't know if you get something from this video. I don't know. I just wanted to share this because and also I remember one more thing before I end this video, is like spiritual awakening is not really dangerous. And if you find some concept dangerous, is because you have, and we all have, this fear inside that if you're like if you're fully surrender to the self and the higher, like the highest good of all, and if you're fully surrendering, you will disappear. And that's the biggest obstacle in reaching fully be when with full alignment with the divine, is like all those fears. And the biggest fear is that you are going to die. If you are like fully embrace this higher power, the self, you are going to die. And you're not, because you're only discovering that you're the one who's watching it, and you're the one who's watching your life, and the one who is present and who's always there, and who can never die, and who was never born. So the one who is dying is not really you, and the one who you are losing is not really you. And from time to time, you will have many experiences when you feel like the part of you is dying. And the fear is to hold on of that thing which you are losing. It could be relationship, it could be your health, your body, or something that you really wanted, like for example, recognition or career or something, and you feel like you're losing control because you're losing that thing. And when those things starting to come up, your ego and your like false identity will start to say, hold on, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, please help me. And that creates a lot of fear inside of you. And many people like say, okay, it's dangerous to be fully spiritual awakened. Yeah, it could if you're doing from your not fully grounded. But if you're doing this because you want to fully surrender, it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous. And so thank you for watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye.